Happy Friday, Detroit. Thanks for joining us. It is April 19th. I'm your host, Jamie Sherrod, and you're watching Live Now Detroit at 4.
Live from the Fox 2 newsroom, this is Fox 2 Detroit.
A Warren physician sued after a patient accuses him of sexual assault. The patient says she was visiting Dr. John Pispitkus at the Spinal Recovery Center, but during that appointment, he was allegedly touching her inappropriately, and it wasn't the first time. She was able to record the incident when it happened again at another appointment. The Warren Police Department is investigating. Tonight on Fox 2 News at 5, Amy Lang talked to the victim's attorney about what happened and what they want in response to those allegations. A heavy police presence in Inkster this morning as officers investigated a shooting. There were reports of shots fired near an ice cream shop on Henry Ruff and Cherry Hill, right by the Westland border. No word yet on if anyone was hurt. Be sure to stay with Fox 2 for updates as this story develops. A Detroit man arrested after being accused of sexually assaulting a child on her way home from school. Police say the 10-year-old girl was walking with a friend when the 59-year-old man allegedly struck up a conversation with them. While the friend continued walking home, police say the girl left with the man and went to his home near Braille Street and Finkel. It took them more than 3 hours to find her. She was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay, at least physically. Charges are expected. And 4 carjacking suspects picked up by police after leading them on a chase that ended at a Dearborn Walmart. Police say the suspects were wanted in a carjacking that happened Wednesday on Detroit's west side. Officers tracking them down and following them to the Walmart parking lot where they surrounded the property. 3 men and a minor were taken into custody. Emergency room doctors at Detroit's Ascension St. John Hospital back on the job after hitting the picket line. The 24-hour strike started yesterday amid a dispute over working conditions. It wrapped up around 2 p.m. today. Physicians tell Fox 2 they're frustrated with low staffing, which they say is leading to long wait times in the ER.
We noticed a bunch of patient safety issues, and the other one was provider wellness, right? So we noticed that since Team Health took over in 2015 via St. John Emergency Services that they have decreased staffing to a dangerous level. They have not reinvested their profits into updated equipment. We are so hopeful that we'll be able to come to an agreement with our employer and find some advocacy on behalf of the hospital.
Despite the strike, Ascension tells us hospital services and patient care have not been disrupted. Well, it's an important tool that could be the difference between life and death. More than 100 people in Michigan died from fire last year. But having a working smoke detector and a fire safety plan can help save lives. Fox 2's Hillary Golston shows us how the Red Cross is doing what it can to help you and your family stay safe.
When Lisa Henderson was a young mother, she lost her father in a fire. 3 decades later, she would be forced out of her home by a second fire for almost a year. But this time around, her then 10-year-old grandson was there to save the day and possibly her life.
And that's Josiah right there.
The hero.
Yeah, the hero.
Just a few moments, that can literally be the difference between life and death. And Lisa Henderson's grandson likely acted on instinct, knowing exactly what to do.
This was the room where Josiah was.
We'll take you back to about a year ago. Lisa had just gotten back from church.
And I heard a crackling. And so I got up, I went in to check, and it was ablaze.
And it was raging in this room. She tried to put the fire out, but the water made things really slippery.
I slipped 3 times. The 3rd time I hit my head and I went out. And Josiah, who was 10 at the time, got water and poured it on me. Grammy, 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 the fire is coming. And then as I came to, he ran upstairs and woke up my daughter, Melinda, who was asleep, and got us both out the house. Thank God that I'm still around. And I owe it all to the Red Cross and God and family and friends.
Do you know if the smoke detectors went off?
They didn't. They didn't go off.
When the alarm goes off and someone is made known that there's a fire, you only have less than 2 minutes to get out. and still be alive.
The Red Cross in Michigan is installing free smoke alarms and getting folks up to speed on home fire safety. So they have a plan. They call it their Sound the Alarm event that runs through May 11th. And it's not just about the obvious, test your smoke detectors, but if you need help, reach out to them to get up to 3 smoke alarms installed for free.
Many people have smoke alarms that have not been changed for 20 years or more, old alarms in old homes, alarms with batteries that do not work anymore.
As part of this campaign, the Red Cross in Michigan will install its 80,000th smoke alarm. That is incredible. Now remember this, all across our country, the Red Cross responds to some 60,000 disasters every single year, and the majority of them are home fires. In fact, in 2023, the Red Cross responded to some 2,000 home fires just here in Michigan. So remember, get your smoke alarm and make sure it's working. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.
Well, the Lions revealed their new uniforms last night at Ford Field. Now, there was a leak earlier in the day, but it did not compare to the full picture we got when the players came out. At first glance, many people online questioned what the difference was. I was one of those people. So let's break it down a little bit. Sam Laporta rocking the home jerseys. The numbers and names are more block style. The white numbers also replace the old silver ones and stand out a little bit more. Also, the blue face mask has been added. We had Aleem McNeil coming out sporting the white jersey. You've seen a bit there for the team road uniforms. You see the word Detroit above the numbers on the front of the jersey and the blue pants. The biggest change is this look right here, the new look, the alternates, which Kirby Joseph, he was obviously having a good time there. Black jerseys are back for the first time in 17 years. With lions above the blue numbers, which are outlined in white. And I absolutely love this design right here so much. The best thing is the versatility. You can pair this with the black pants or blue pants. And the helmet has a black lion and a black face mask. Team President Rod Wood on the decision to add this look. He said it started with a request from his head coach.
We're in the draft room, literally, months into his tenure. And he wore the black when he was here. And we're in the draft room. We say, hey, Rod, when can we get the black jerseys back? And I said, I'll make a deal. When you win the division, I'll bring the black jerseys back. And so I went out on a limb, and thankfully he delivered. So that's a true story.
I like that we're carrying the Detroit with us on the road, but I like the new bolder blue that we have on the white jerseys. The bigger letters, everything just looks a lot cleaner and sleeker.
Could that possibly be a nod to the fans? I mean, having Detroit right there?
Yeah, 100%. Like the Detroit versus everybody. It's just like us taking that on the road with us on our jerseys now.
Can we now say the Lions are dressed to impress?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We come in every time dressed to impress. You know what I'm saying? This is the new Lions. Thank you.
The new Lions. So let's do a side-by-side comparison. Now, here are some of the differences if you compare the old jerseys to the new jerseys. These are the home blues. And I actually like this. So this is the one where people were a bit confused, kind of wondering, what's different. But you can see there are some slight differences there with the lines on the arms. And then we take a look at the home helmets here. You can see the stripe right down the middle, and you can see those changes there. We also have the blue versus the gray lining on the helmet as well. And then the alternate jerseys. I love this so much. That black just looks so nice. I can't believe we ever got rid of that. So you can see the difference there as well. You can send us your thoughts and let us know what you think using hashtag LiveNowDetroit. Well, we are just 6 days away from the highly anticipated NFL draft. Hundreds of thousands of football fans are expected to pack downtown Detroit to experience it all. A big crowd means a big challenge for local, state, and federal law enforcement, making safety a team effort. Fox 2's Robin Murdoch has more from downtown.
We are monitoring, and we know who the bad actors are, and Detroit's not a place for you.
The countdown to some 300,000 people descending on the D now just 6 days away. Football fans, of course, hoping for a drier NFL draft, and police hoping for one without any incidents.
This is a gun-free, weapons-free event. CPL or otherwise, you are not to bring a weapon into this event.
DPD's Chief James White laying the law at a joint press conference on Thursday in which local, state, and federal agencies detailed their plan to serve and protect.
Coming together is important for the safety of the community. And if it's my problem, it's their problem. And if it's their problem, it's my problem. That's how we work.
Police here in Detroit obviously used to handling large-scale concerts and games. That prior experience helping to decide the security measures for this one. They've also been in contact with other cities who have hosted drafts to get their take.
We will be in uniform, out about in the area, making sure that the people see us, that they feel protected. And where they don't see us, they should know that we're still there.
Along with a huge police presence both on site and elsewhere, scouring social media for possible issues, there will be cameras everywhere. Metal detectors set up at draft entrances, and we are told only clear bags and backpacks will be permitted.
We will be monitoring consistently everything that we can to make sure that we communicate effectively with our partners, that if there is a potential threat, we can respond appropriately.
All of these things in place to make sure the NFL Draft downtown remains an inviting space for the massive crowds that will soon come here. This backdrop couldn't be better.
I'm excited for the city of Detroit to show the world that we are prepared.
Well, the landscape of downtown Detroit has been evolving for decades, but the pace of improvements has picked up in recent months ahead of the draft. Visitors are going to get to experience what makes this city great and some exciting new additions. That includes roller skating. Here's Fox 2's Charlie Langton.
So the NFL Draft is here, it's coming there, and look at that, the queue line with all those football things on it. I mean, this whole city has become one big football fun, whatever. But there are a lot of new things in Detroit. Whoever thought that there might be roller skating, and yet that is also related to the NFL Draft. Well, take a look.
My grandparents started rollerblade in 1955, so it's something I've been doing my whole life.
32-year-old Kyle Black is the owner of Next Level by Rollercade. Yes, roller skating in downtown Detroit across from the new Hudson's building.
We just had an opportunity to get a location that was year-round, and so we jumped at it.
But Kyle's got family connections, gave up a political science degree for skating, and says there is a connection between skating and football.
I got invited out to the Super Bowl after party for Flippers Roller Rink in a partnership with Usher. Got to skate with Usher and the crew after the Super Bowl.
And locally, Kyle made roller skates for Big Sean. Coincidentally, it was announced will be part of the NFL Draft entertainment in Detroit. So I figured I could learn a few things about skating from superstar Kyle.
Just march. March the feet, real slow. Back straight, hips forward, and just march slow. And look at you, now you're a skater.
Can you teach me how to do a twirl?
A twirl, yes.
No, you can't. Forget. No. Cut. No. Okay. If skating is not your thing, there's a lot more activities to do at Next Level by Rollercade. Basketball, hockey, or lasers. This gaming stuff is better than that political science degree you were going for, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot more fun, right?
A lot more fun than poli-sci.
Next Level by Rollercade is open to the public Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, just in time for the NFL Draft. And you can go to rollercadedetroit.com for more information. Oh, my legs are killing me. Oh, try some roller skating the next time you're in Detroit, like for the NFL Draft. In Detroit, Charlie Langton, Fox 2 News.
Charlie on skates, my day has been made. Well, another day, another adventure with the Weather Boys. We'll have a sneak preview and that forecast coming right up. We'll be right back.